There were some stories from Rhea 35, 6, 1000, who knows what chapter this is. We'll just put it online and I'll check that. We had a bunch of stories with geology, geophysics. I don't remember, but a few. Um, um, there was that one with the Museum of Gold from Abrud, Abjud. The exact place is not relevant for me now. It is, however, the story which stuck to my mind, and the way it was working back then. It was something like this. In the evening we sat around the table, and then some would play cards, poker, whatever, and then there would be gossip, tall tales, irony, and sometimes insults. There were some rough guys. One was Petola, and he was with the others joking on my account and Norocha. We were a bit, if I would be hard on us, I would say not effeminate really, but anyway, much more sensitive and interested in, again, not really gay stuff. We're not gay, we haven't been gay. I mean, I'm not sure about Norochel, but he was a bit of a peculiar character. As opposed to these who would be smoking. We did smoke for quite some time back then, but smoking heavily, drinking, and fuck you and fuck him and my penis, and but which wasn't our style. We were raised differently, more ashamed. So funny thing is, they were joking on one girl who was also in this category, more select, educated, refined men and women. Let me boast. Mirella. Mirella, yeah, the surname is absent, but maybe it's for the. So the big shock was to hear later, after school, after university, a period of years, that she married this guy. So this sensitive woman who's so out of his league. She was with these preoccupations and he was with these. They just, there's extreme satushi. I'm not sure. I wonder how, if they've been together for this long. She was so peculiar that, to give just an example, she would not, it's the way she was raised. She would flambe. She would have a bath flambe. She would put alcohol, disinfectant for anything, for bath, for. She was, otherwise she did other strange things. She slept with Marius, my friend. And I think it was something like that. I mean, it's like one night stand, like, no, not to be bad, to be reactionary and old fashioned and dated. A nice girl wouldn't do something like that, just jumping in the bed. But then, what do I know? So, to finally say the story that came to mind earlier, the Gold Museum. We went visiting for the Gold Museum, in the Gold Museum, and a large party of maybe 80, 100 students, both series, Series A, Series B, I mean, groups of 50. And suddenly they give a sort of an alert, not like in the movies, but then people start whispering and saying louder. A jade, a precious stone was stolen. There was an absent window at one display, And if the thief took it out, or if he just took advantage that they were so careless, they didn't have any protection, the stone was there to grab it with your hand. But an alarm. So, look, here comes not the dean, but some prorector, some man, professor with a position in a hierarchy, says, look, this is absent, stolen, so we'll do it this way, to make it quick, to have as little fuss as possible and damage to our reputation, the school, you. We'll do it this way. You, the one who took it, just throw it where we can see it, and we'll let it go with that. No more prosecution, no more kerfuffle, just do this. Now, after a while we left. What happened to this day, I don't know so well, except for this conversation with poker, with the poker table, as I said. We have this guy, Gauchy, and we have a conversation. Some are talking about, finally, who took this jade, this stone? What do you mean, who? Kretsu, the one says. And this Gauchy sits there for half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, and after 2 hours or so, a long, long time, and he says, who is Kretsu? What's the idea? What's this punchline? What is all about? This guy was slow. And he became famous for gauchisme, the things he did, which were with a suffix, became his work. I mean, Kretsu was nobody, was the devil, the Yeti. Maybe they said Yeti, I don't even recall who. Kretsu, I made it up now, I don't know what they said, but no matter what they said, it was an invention, for one thing. And then even if you don't know it's an invention, even if you think there's somebody you need to detect, you don't, but that was his style. You don't sit around for 2 hours and cook this inside. It looks like you're stupid, like you're really thick. I mean, that was anyway the perception, that was his image, shall I say. Maybe he was very clever in making this joke around. There were 2 other situations, in fact one I think I remember now, but to finish quicker, they all, most of them, I lived in Bucharest, I was from Bucharest, lived in Bucharest, but most of the students came from other places. From Bucharest there were 30%, I don't know, 70% came from across the country. So they stayed in dormitories. In this dormitory, rooms, and he shared the room, Gauchy, this Gauchy, with a few other guys, 2, 3. One day he's going up. He says, I'm going up. Okay. Comes back. I will not go into all the details, and I don't remember the whole story with all the aspects, but as I said, this sort of a punchline. So the man comes back after some time, and at the door, he tries to enter. The door was locked, maybe not locked, whatever, but it's Gauchy is in the door. Opens the door, sees his roommate, who wants to step in to get in. What are you doing? I'm trying to get in. Why? And that was like, that's it. Why? Why? I went out, I'm coming back, I want to get in my room. Why? What do you mean, why? It's like, why do you eat? Why? I'm hungry, why? And it was left as an inside joke, if you will. I mean, with Adi and the other friends, we knew it. They knew the story, I told them the story. De ce? Ce vrem să faci? De ce? Vreau să intru, de ce? Michael passing by. Why? So, he would laugh at that. Okay, I'm finishing this and don't ask me why.